Sanitize, stay in the cut like I'm a doctor. Hammer time, can't you hear this verse popping, locking? Put it simply, I got the juice like I'm Cochran. Minute Maid, critter put this juice in a carton. A dime and a nickel turn this bargain into margins. My mind racing, got potential, God forbid that I ever waste it. Overthinking, silent killer, don't die waiting. God knows it's harder to grow, procrastinating. Got so much love for this game, it's annihilating. I ain't even rapping no more, these conversations. Get it off the muscle, don't matter how much the weight is. Gotta get some hustle, cause talent don't always make it. Even if it's late, don't matter because I paid it. Even if you hate, don't matter because you played it. I remember teachers saying I wouldn't make it. Now they in the bleachers at every graduation. Different stages. Gradually we elevating, motivation, hard work and dedication, life lessons, ain't no better education, no half-stepping, I'm betting on me like it's waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Yeah. Don't wait too long. You know faith without work is dead. And the lazy hustle don't get no bread. Keep your head up. Keep moving.
Hi everyone, I'm Brian Anderson along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analyst, Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
To the middle. Outside Brunson. Back to Towns. Fires for three. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid inside. And the basket is good.
They're getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
And Karl Anthony Towns hits from deep.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. And it's no surprise that Jalen Brunson is at the top of the scouting report. Coach told me Jason is a 3-level scorer and a master of the pick and roll. And no matter what you do, you can't speed him up. He's going to read the defense, play at his pace, and try to pick you apart. It's always a chess match against Brunson, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Now here's Ivey. He's averaging more than 12 a game. Consistent threat on offense.
You know, he's run that set a lot, even in his college days. Ivey's aware of every option he has in the pick and roll.
And that one's good, Brunson.
I just love the ball movement.
Ivey outside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. That one falls.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. To the inside. Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
The Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella. And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Now here's Hart. Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A. And the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well. And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
Pass to Brunson. Down low. With the teardrop. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. The kick out to Brunson. Clock is at 3. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. They get the rebound. Here's Bridges. Goes back up. That shot, no good. 76ers trail by 8. Ivy goes in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ivy's got 5.
And he is a hard charger. Ivy only plays at full speed. A great burst on his drives.
Pass to Christie. And here's Anunoby. Knocks down the long J. Anunoby's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
And here's Ivy from the arc. And it's New York with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Brunson. Takes a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Inside. Outside Hart. Now Ivy. There's the 3. And here's Hart. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Drew the defender in close enough for Hart to take advantage and draw the foul.
And both free throws good for Hart. 9 seconds left in the first. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. Over Hart. And so it's New York, ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, we'll get back.
23.
Great to have you with us. 2nd quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Oh, nice shot by Ivy.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting, Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Embiid. Ivy outside. Hart from long range. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Hart just whipping it away quickly, not giving the defender time to close out.
Down low. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Brunson surveys. Outside Achua. Pass to Christie. From downtown. Joel Embiid pulls it down.
And that's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. You can't allow any space.
Ivy outside. Clock at 6. To the inside. Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Here's Brunson. He's got 5. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. A nice shot by McBride.
It just feels like every year Brunson has sharpened his skills as a passer and playmaker, knowing that at his position, he's got to move it around.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Here he goes. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
A nice shot by McBride.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, B.A., the way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
76ers trail by 10. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. The offensive rebound. Here's New York. Bridges outside to the paint. And it's powered home by Towns.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
Here's Hart. 5 points in the game. Oh, and Towns with the block. McBride with it. Now guarded by Duren. Pass to Brunson. Uncovered. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Brunson's got 7.
And that in-between J, Brunson capable.
Now here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Anunoby. Pass to McBride. The 3. Drills it from deep. McBride's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Ooh.
Talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Knicks, up by 15. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. 42. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. To the middle. Clowney can't get it to go.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
And Duren doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
And it's 6'10". Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Snatched up! Achua with a steal. The shot by Towns, no good.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Here's Towns. Uses the glass on the layup. Towns has got 7 points.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
And the dunk by Duren.
A strong finisher at the rim. That's Jalen Duren.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Leading by 12. Here's Christie. 5 points in the game. The kick out to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. Out left to the wing. The three is up. Nice shot by Christie. Give him 8.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Johnson with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. And here's Oubre from the arc. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. New York leading by 15. Outside Brunson. Kicks it out Towns. Takes the three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Pass to Duren. Achua with a steal. Fast break, New York. And it's Towns with the power finish.
It's just so great to see a big man busted up the court like Towns here. I mean, getting into position for the points on the move, wow, incredible.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And here's the fast break. Pass to Brunson. Here's Christie. Beyond the arc. That shot off. 76ers trail by 17. Here's Johnson. Out to Oubre. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter. Here's Johnson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
It's his first trip to the line. And Johnson drops them both. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Joe. And here's Robinson. Embiid covers. And here's McBride. Over Ivy. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. McBride's got 11 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Pass to Anunoby. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Joe. Here's the three. Joel Embiid with the board. Hart goes in. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. He's got 7.
A reminder to the defense, Hart will drive if you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Joe. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. From deep three-point land. He can't hit that time. It's Hart on the wing. To the inside. Embiid. Soft touch off the glass.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Malik Beasley, 3.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Here's Ivy. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New York with an impressive 16-point lead heading.
The Knicks, 54.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Outside Joe. Back to McBride. Over Ivy. Misses off the right iron.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Beasley outside. Right side McBride. Outside Achua. Pass to Beasley. 4 on the clock. Now here's Joe. Counted from distance. Joe's got his first 3 points of the game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Embiid with it. Here's Holland. Inside. O'Neal misses. Outside Robinson. Here's McBride. Hart pulls it in. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 19. Beasley outside. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. McBride with it. Screen by Robinson. Holland with the rebound.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Here's Ivy. That shot is off. New York leading by 19. Joe with the ball. Picked up by Embiid. Stolen by Ivy. Jumps up. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Doesn't get much easier than that. Hart was licking his chops when he saw his man wide open.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Right side, Brunson. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. New York, no good that time either. 76ers trail by 17. Down low. Pass to Embiid. Ivy outside. Back to Embiid. Outside Brunson. Out to the right wing. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Here's Anunoby. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And you can see the length that time with OG stretching out to finish.
Pass to Embiid. Stolen by Anunoby. It's Bridges on the wing. Here's Christie. There's a minute 40 left to play in the fourth. He gets it in there. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for New York.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will give them their 28th win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for OG Anunoby.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
To the paint. To end the run. O'Neal misses. And New York has possession. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Anunoby for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was an